There are mysteries which men can only guess at, which age by age they may solve only in part. Believe me, we are now on the verge of one. We recognize the features of Lucy Westenra. Lucy Westenra. But yet how changed. The sweetness was turned to adamantine, heartless cruelty, and the purity to voluptuous wantonness. But bear with me. So far there is much that is strange. So, now to the outside. It's a secret. Do you ever try to read your own face? I do, and I can tell you it is not a bad study. Should you try to read my face, I flatter myself you have a tough nut to crack. I pray you not to say a word of this to anyone. It seems that a man always does find a woman alone. There was a bright, full moon with heavy, black, driving clouds, which threw the whole scene into a fleeting diorama of light and shade as they sailed across. For a moment or two I could see nothing, as the shadow of a cloud obscured the church and all around it. Then, as the cloud passed, I could see the ruins of the abbey coming into view, and as the edge of a narrow band of light, as sharp as a sword cut, moved along, the church and churchyard became gradually visible. There, the silver light of the moon struck a half-reclining figure, snowy white. Coming of the cloud was too quick for me to see much, for shadow shut down on light almost immediately. But it seemed to me as though something dark stood behind the seat where the white figure shone, and bent over it. This something gazed ahead, and from where I was I could see a white face and red, gleaming eyes. I am afraid I am of too supersensitive a nature to go through the world without trouble. I will be dreaming of this tonight, I am sure. Another bad night. There was a sort of scratching or flapping at the window, but I did not mind it. Perhaps I did. I cannot tell you how I loathed talking about myself. Last night I seemed to be dreaming again. Perhaps it is the change of air. I am full of vague fear. My face is ghastly pale and my throat pains me. Must be something wrong with my lungs, for I don't seem to be getting air enough. Somehow, I do not dread being alone tonight. How blessed are some people whose lives have no fears, no dreads, to whom sleep is nothing, but a blessing that comes nightly, bringing sweet dreams. I am so strong again that I hardly know myself. It is as if I have passed through some long nightmare. I have dim half-remembrances of long, anxious times of waiting and fearing. Darkness in which there was not even the pain of hope to make present distress more poignant. And then long spells of oblivion. And the rising back to life as a diver coming up to a great press of water. The noises that used to frighten me out of my wits. The flapping against the windows. The harsh sounds that came from I know not where, and commanded me to do I know not what, have all ceased. I go to bed now without any fear of sleep. During the past 2 or 3 days, several cases have occurred of young children straying from home or neglecting to return from their playing. It has always been late in the evening when they have been missed, and they have not been found until early in the following morning. Some of the children, indeed all who have been missed at night, have been slightly wounded in the throat. The wounds seem such as might be made by a rat or a small dog, and although of not much importance individually, would tend to show that whatever animal inflicts them has a system or a method of its own. There is grim purpose in what I do. I warn you that you do not thwart me. Take care, for the sake of others, if not your own. When Lucy, you call the thing that was before you Lucy because it bore her shape, saw you, she drew back with an angry snarl. Then her eyes ranged over you. Lucy's eyes in form and color, but Lucy's eyes unclean and full of hellfire. As she looked, her face became wreathed with a voluptuous smile. Come to me. Leave these others and come to me. My arms are hungry for you. He took the stake and the hammer, and when once his mind was set on action, his hand never trembled, nor even quivered. Then he struck with all his might. And then I heard a hideous, blood-curdling screech come from my own lips. My body shook and quivered. My teeth champed together till my lips were cut and my mouth was smeared with a crimson foam. I saw his untrembling arm rise and fall, driving deeper and deeper the mercy-bearing stake, whilst the blood of my pierced heart welled and spurted up around it. And then the writhing and quivering of my body became less and less and less, and nothing. There in the coffin lay no longer the foul thing that you have so dreaded, and grown to hate that the work of her destruction was yielded as a privilege to the one best entitled to it. But Lucy, as you had seen her in life, with her face of unequaled sweetness and purity. We have had such an adventure, my loves. I'm going to have a pretty lonely walk between this and Kingdom Come. Why don't you give me one kiss? It'll be something to keep off the darkness now and then.